Hello guys and welcome back. Today is March 5th and we are going to be going over what the fuck NASDAQ did today. So when we look at the 5-minute, we can see that the pre-market has expanded. Price has found some bullish momentum and continued to trade higher. This line here, approximately 27,967 and a quarter, is the previous day high. So at 8:05, approximately an hour and a half before the New York opened, price had a strong close above, followed by a consolidation, and then at market opened, it pumped higher. So, knowing this, generally, we would like to be a bullish bias. Market is creating all-time highs. We essentially do not have any highs to target per se. But in this scenario, with these conditions, being a seller is generally not the best thing you want to do. So, as you may know it or may not know it, I trade the 30-minute IB range. Some people trade the 15-minute, some people trade the 1 hour. What makes this initial balance so powerful is if price closes above, it will trend higher for the day. If it closes below, it will trend lower for the day. So whatever price does in these first 15, 30-minute, 1 hour, depending what you want to use, is where the market will trend higher from. Now, overall, the market was okay. It provided a opportunity. It could provide multiple opportunities depending on how you trade this range. For me, only wanting to look for longs, it provided maybe one good opportunity that you would be able to catch maybe 30 to 40 points. But if you chose to sit out, then honestly, that was not a bad play either. Note that on Friday we do have unemployment, so this kind of price action, this little bit of chop here and there and all this crap, it can be expected. Maybe Thursday we could get better price action. Friday could be the proper delivery. Who knows? Nobody knows. Alright, let's get into it. So this is the 5-minute, like we said before. Strong 5-minute candle close above the previous day high. Consolidation and a market open expansion. So when we move into the 1-minute, we will see that this is our 30-minute range. If I move my cursor over here, you see 9:29. And when I move to this side, it is 10 o'clock. So this is our 30-minute IB range. Now let's take a look at it. Immediately, what do we see? We see price has expanded higher. It has then consolidated. It had chopped. It had moved down, created an almost double bottom pattern to then continue higher. Now this continuation higher from this value area low would be your entry. Now, how would you be able to capitalize on this move? Well, let's think about it. We're bullish bias. Being in this kind of market at all-time highs, it is a little bit trickier because when price creates this low at the value area low, the only logical slash realistic target you have is predominantly this high that's stung just a little bit above the value area high, because all this you don't see. There is nothing unless you have Bookmap, unless you have some sort of other platform where you could see resting orders, where you then see, oh hey, there is an order at 28,200 for 1,000 contracts. But we don't. So realistically, we only have this value area high to target. So our narrative, a value area low stung into with a value area high target. Where can we enter? How can we enter? So if you want to be aggressive, remember, if you want to be aggressive, you could set limit orders, you could set market orders if you're brave enough, or you could wait for some sort of confirmations. Now, as you see, I use the big trade bubbles. This helps guide me whether if there's absorptions, if there is supported moves higher, etc., etc. This is something that you have to watch, something that you'll get better at as you look at it more and more. As you increase your screen time, you will build that intuition and instinct inside the markets. So what I did personally today is I waited. Initially, I wanted to see this POC, this 30-minute POC here, getting respected. But as we see, because of my entry model, we had this being respected, but we did not get a close above the value area high. Note that this entry, my entry model for closing above this high, may not have been the greatest, because like I said before, if I entered here, I would be at the mercy of the market to then continue and trade higher. When it's at these levels, it doesn't simply just trade to it. Market just grinds higher. It will maybe have one good move. It will then consolidate. It'll have retracement. Simply all it's doing is looking for the next level of liquidity that can only be found if you're looking at Bookmaps or any other order flow based platform. So because I was not able to be a participant of the market up here, I simply just waited and sat on my hands. Now, seeing that the market stung into this value area low, it piqued my interest. I was interested. I was ready to enter. Now I was just waiting for the market to tell me when to enter. So what do we see? We have 145 contracts getting traded into the value area low, followed by another 102 contracts being absorbed, 116 buyers, and then a huge 438 contract dump to the downside. This is an anomaly. You don't see this too much. When I saw this, I thought, hey, you know what, we're going to break out of this value area, we're going to price discover towards this VWAP, or we're going to break back down towards the previous day range. But did we? We didn't. No. Why? Because if this trade were to play out, instead of this Diddy candle popping up with 162 contracts at the top, it would close below these lows, below this value area low, and then could you trade? Again, it's not a lot here. You got 20, 30, 40, 50, depending on how you manage your trade. But for me, I waited. Initially, I was short. I was waiting for a candle close below this. But then I saw this candle with 162 participants, 162 contracts hitting the market all at once. So what did I do? I immediately took a market entry. Ideally, I want it here, but because of slippage, you get filled in approximately here, right? Give or take a few ticks. I then covered this low, and I targeted this upper deviation band because I thought, hey, you know what? If it breaks this, we might get some more momentum and trade higher. But that did not occur. We had a good move after, but after this, it just went sideways for the next hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Trump released some news about Iran. Nothing major. Market was pretty dead. But overall, this was the major move. Target was approximately a 2R, but I finished the day with a break even. So that is the market today. That's what the market did. This is what you could do to capitalize. This is what you could have done if the market did X, but market did Y. And that is it. Simple as possible. You keep your trading simple. Entries will be simpler. You won't have stress. You won't overthink it. You'll just execute, adapt, and deliver. 1% better every day. I'll see you next time.